weekly GLG Mentorship Webinar. And depending where you are in every part of the world, a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Once again, it is our Wednesday, and we are hosting our weekly webinar, our GLG Mentorship Webinar again. The time is GMT +2 for Europe right now, and hence for the time for Sofia 4 p.m. Right, there's a slight change, a 1 hour difference, and in Singapore, in China, in Malaysia, where I'm staying here in Singapore, the time is 10 p.m. In the evening. So tonight we have 3 speakers to share with us about our One Life, our Dealshaker activities, our development. And one thing to remind everyone, it is please do follow up with our weekly newsletter, because corporate has information released weekly, and you have to follow up with the newsletter to get updated, right, with all the information that our company is releasing. So tonight we have speakers from Australia, way down from Australia, and then back to Europe, okay, at Italy and in UK, right, to share with us on 3 topics. Firstly, we will have our first speaker. Just give me a moment. Let me just get back to my screen. Okay. Right, our first speaker, he will be sharing with us about Dealshaker and One usability. He is Mr. Damien Barnes, Aka Sunario, our GLG member, a franchisee holder for Indonesia, Southern, Western, and Northern Territory of Australia. So I get to know him in Sydney Expo early this year, in January this year. So with his wife, right, and also with leaders in Indonesia, they have actually organized, host the Bali Tax Bali event 2 months ago, right, way back in 31st of August, right, to the 1st of September. So let us welcome Mr. Damien Barnes to share with us on more about One usability and Dealshaker operation from Australia and Indonesia perspective. Right. Mr. Barnes, Damien, are you online?
I am online, Fred. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, very well, sir. So I have closed my screen. You can put up your screen, and here you go. Thank you, sir.
No worries. Thank you, Fred. Can you see my screen okay now?
Yes, we can.
No worries. Well, first off, I just want to say thanks a lot, Fred, for the introduction, and also thank you to Peter Hjelte, because you guys have been running these webinars for quite a few weeks now, or a few months, and it's really good that you guys are taking the time to put all this time together and clarifying some issues that are coming out from the company. It's great to see Luca coming on board on the chat today, and also Kamran. So really looking forward to hearing what they have to say. So that's great. Also want to reach out and say thanks to Simon Lee and Habib. Without those guys, they've been doing so much work around with the company, and building what we've been building over the time. Also, the company's been doing a lot, and when you get a chance to go and actually speak to the people in the company, it really understand how hard they're working and trying to make this as what we're doing a success. But yeah, and for clarification for Indonesia, there was a group of people that were set up the Bali decks for Indonesia. We went up there to support them as a franchise for making sure that their deals were all trying to get up to scratch before the actual expo to try and make that work for them. So a really good thanks for those guys that put the hard work into Bali decks. They did a fantastic job. But also another thanks to the 115,000 merchants that we have on the Dealshaker at the moment, because without them, we wouldn't be able to be buying stuff with our goods and services using our one. So that's a real big pat on the back, because what those merchants are doing, they're actually making our one being usable and being able to use the coin without having to put it back onto the exchange. So we've got a few slides I'm just going to go through and show you. So first off, what made a really understanding for me is that there's 2 billion adults remained unbanked. What does that mean? But it's pretty interesting to understand that, because that's in part of our compliance training. And when you get down to the nuts and bolts of who the Dealshaker can help, these are the people that can help. And I had a friend of mine say to me one time from Indonesia, especially, he said that, the average Indonesian person can't do this. And I said, well, that's not really what it's about. The average Indonesian person who's got a business, is trying to sell, make a living, they can utilize this, and I'm going to show you how. So why is there so many unbanked people globally? And the reason so many unbanked, they don't have enough money to open up a bank account, or even pay for the bank account fees. In Australia, it's like $10 a month just to have a bank account open, and that's a lot of money for some people. A lot of people don't trust banks. That's an issue that's been going on for some time. So they often have no IDs or passports or driver's license, proof of addresses in order to open in a financial institution. Although they do need to have some of that information so we can trade with them. They don't have money to legalise translations, original copies, or even go to a lawyer or a notarist to try and get them documented. And the unbanked participants know what banks they're not interested in them because they don't have enough funds. So they don't have enough money in their account. And as the saying goes, the bank wants to know you when you owe them a lot of money, not so much when they owe you. Okay, can it be a possible solution for the unbanked? And I think it is. OneCoin is a usable acquired one because the centralized model is guaranteed, secure the coins and payments and personal data. So we understand that's secured. The ad hoc attitude and identity proof based on the one primary and the secondary features. And it's not compulsory verification process concerning legalized translations, true copies, notarized, where they're time consuming and expensive. So, if you can verify this person and also make sure that this person's got the right KYC details, then we can work with them on the Dealshaker, which is great. They can join a Dealshaker platform with a smartphone computer with an internet access. And one of the ladies that I was dealing with one time on the Dealshaker, she managed to be able to upload within a week about 34 deals just using her smartphone. So that was pretty fantastic. And you're able to buy and sell goods and services globally and make cross-border payments. Well, that will be coming. And one focuses on the specific needs of the underbanked communities and offers solutions and targets their particular problems. So that's out of our some of our details and out of our compliance books, and that's pretty good to know. Is business changing? And over the last few weeks, we've had or last few years, I should say, we've had a number of businesses that have been challenging times. So we've got Ed Hardy's, Radio Rentals. This is one of our largest car manufacturers, Holden, and even including our own business in here, we've found that challenging times over the last year or two. So all these businesses have closed down. So it's pretty important to see what all that was about. Okay, I'm talking about our advertisement, what we used to do for our own personal business. And we use Facebook to advertise with a marketing company. To set this up, it cost us $500 for our business just to set it up and communicate with this marketing expert company. We were paying $126 a week for them to help us post ads, make it at the optimum times. We did that for 52 weeks, and plus we also paid for additional push ads, which is not including in here. So the $500 plus $126 over 52 weeks, it ended up costing us $7,052 for 12 months of advertising for our business. And basically, we didn't get any results for that. So that was, we didn't get any type of results for that money that we invested into marketing the business. So when you go through those type of exercises and you realize, well, what you think is going to work, it doesn't necessarily work. So that's what we found was over just for trying to advertise through Facebook. What does that mean? So we're talking about e-commerce and the business and individuals conducting business. So I've been involved in some other companies that would trade using a token or a type of dollar. But if that type of business was just business to business and it doesn't really accommodate for the people out in the public. However, what we can do is we've also got business to consumer. So that's a really important aspect. So we've got a lot of consumers that in our network of 3.5 million people that want to or that can help with using this platform. We've also got consumer to consumer. Okay, so that's and I'm going to show you one of the transactions that was done on that one. So that's a consumer to consumer and consumer to business. So we cover the whole range of the way that you can sell and buy goods and services on this platform, which is pretty amazing. I don't know if anyone knows this guy, but he's a guy that's been involved in OneCoin for a while. But his guy was the first guy in Australia that actually sold his goods on the platform. He sold worm tea, so it was a worm fertilizer. It was the first deal in Australia, but the interesting thing on this is that now there's other businesses on board that want to use that product, so they can use that for growing vegetables and the like. So that was one of the most. That was the first test that we tried in Australia when we were saying, "How's this platform going to work?" This is our own business, and the wife was showing somebody how to use it. So we actually had it in our own business, and we was trying it and seeing how that works. So if you can see that, it's a transaction. But if you have a look at the actual transaction, this one was a real opener to us because this one come from a lady from overseas. So when we paid all this money for Facebook and didn't get any advertising, this particular one come this lady, and she come for a number of times. She brought her own her family in as well, and she come basically across town so she could come to our salon and use use her coins in that salon, which actually she got together by coming from Slovenia. So it's definitely really showed the cross-border payments and gave us a good understanding of how this is going to work using cryptocurrency. This is a business in Indonesia which come on board when we was up there. And the fantastic thing about this one is this is not the high rolling cars and motorbikes and houses that everyone's out there looking for. This is the down to earth people that are they go there for lunch. It's a nice simple meal, and they've sold quite a number of deals on this particular platform, so it's brought more people to them. And this lady here has been working in this for a while. She's doing a fantastic job. But also people have been buying these packages of food and sending them off to the orphanage. So it's a good way of trying to get the thinking outside that box that a number of people have been talking about. Okay, how many merchants are registering? Okay, we did a bit of a look, and we've been running these meetings on a regular basis on Monday nights, and we got, okay, well, let's just track and see what's going on here. So on the 22nd of July, there was 104,083 businesses, registered businesses on the platform. I did a bit of a look today, and today being the 30th of October, there was 115,274 businesses. So that gives us 11,191 businesses in 101 days. So that calculates to 110 businesses per day, every day of the week, have been registering up onto this platform. So, that's the figures are going to show you there what it's actually doing, and it's pretty amazing because I've never seen anything growing like this before that I've been experiencing. So that's just a bit of a snapshot of what we've been looking at. So we talk about consumer to consumer, or consumer to these guys have got their own personal little business. I've had this item sitting at home for quite some time, and I thought, well, let's get it up there and see if it's going to get sold. And it was sold basically within 4 hours. So this is it's a second-hand, a used commercial sewing machine, and the people that bought it they do a fantastic job, and they make children's shirts and all sorts of things. And now they've been able to expand what they're doing using this particular commercial sewing machine. So what I want to show you here is that Australia's been moving forward, and Andy's been doing a fantastic job of this. Have a look at this website that he's put together. It's oceanafranchise.com. It's got links to the free Constantin, so you can click on that and register the link to submit your petition on that. So yeah, really hats off to the team that's working closely with Sina. She's doing a fantastic job, and Andy and both are doing some really awesome stuff there. So yeah, just a great job he's been doing on this. So if you go through that website, it's going to tell you a bit more about the news, the shop, the 1-4X, the Oceania team, and what's going on and what it's about. We had a lady who's been doing some really fantastic work. She started off as with no money as a merchant, and she came to the first the expo that we had in Adelaide. She come up and was doing a usability speech on how she's going, and she's gone through something like nearly 1,000 coupons that she's bought. That's goods and services, and she's just doing some amazing stuff. There was one of her posts that was in there: the positive thinkers see the invisible, feel the intangible, and achieve the impossible. And that was something from Winston Churchill. So yeah, that's some pretty good stuff that she's been able to show us and go through with what she's been doing in her experience. And she was one of the ladies that set up all these deals on her telephone, so it was pretty amazing. So that's pretty much what I've got for you, Fred. Thanks for your time.
You're most welcome, Damien. Thank you so much for your introduction. And it's wonderful to see there is a website. There's a website that for the Oceania franchise, where we can actually get updates and information about the whole Oceania activities. And of course, it also links to a free Constantin website, which I'll be mentioning some update in a short while. And of course, from the introduction from Damien, we can actually see about the usability of our coin. A lot of members are only thinking about exchange. Eventually, our coins will be in the exchange. It is definitely from the past few months of the exchange progress report, we already know that the company is working very hard onto that subject. However, it is about timing, right? When the time is right, the company will announce what is next for us. But while a very important factor that is talking about our whole operation is about the future payment, a mode of future payment, right? Which is our financial revolution, which we have been doing for the past 5 years. And over the past 2.5 years, coming to the third year, we are working a lot on the usability of our one that gave us the real value. Even when we are on exchange, how are we able to maintain the value of our one? And that really is the usability, the real usability of our one. As you can see from Damien presentation and explanation, right, from Australia, from Indonesia. Next, we have, let me put on my introduction slides. Okay, something very interesting to show you. Okay, here it goes. Wow, this is not the Rome, all right, not Roma, not Rome, but Verona. All right, it is. We will have a Verona event in Italy on the 29th of November till the 1st of December coming this year. So we will have the great honor to invite the two organizers, Mr. Luca and Mr. Marco online, to share with us, to give us a lot of information about this exciting activity, and also, right, the very well established, matured usability of one in the Italy market. Right, here you go, Mr. Luca and Mr. Marco, online. Your mic is on. Hi, Marco. Right. Oh, no, sorry. Hi, Luca. And Marco, are you on?
Yes.
Thank you. Gentlemen, the mic is yours.
Yes. Luca.
Ok. Ciao Marco.
Ciao.
Buongiorno
Marco,
a tutti.
Facciamo un annuncio prima, dopo magari parli tu, non so.
Sì, dimmi tu che stiamo lavorando. Beh, intanto salutiamo tutti.
Bene, vai.
E praticamente che sta andando molto bene il Dealshaker, che si sta vendendo tutti i magazzini, la merce. Spiega un po' quello che sta succedendo.
So now for the moment we are doing a great job with Dealshaker because we have a lot of merchants they have a lot of stock, a lot of material, and we are really selling everything they are bringing, and this is very successful for the moment. Vai.
Ok, e stiamo organizzando questo grande evento. Se vuoi spiegare un po' com'è questo evento, che col bus che vengono a prendere l'aeroporto, spiega un po' tutto come funziona.
Okay.
Vai tranquillo.
So Fred, we are organizing this event. We are expecting really to make a huge something really big that probably in Italy or Europe we never did it. We are expecting thousands of people. Our aim is to get 5,000 people, and now we are selling tickets, with a cash account, so people not need to understand that this is a great opportunity to come to Italy. In the last years, a lot of people keep asking us, to me, Luca, all the team, when we are going to organize something, where we have something for the, for the merchants to come to visit and have a possibility to buy. And so we decided together with the company to give the chance to the people to buy VIP ticket, to buy platinum ticket, gold ticket with a cash account, giving the promotion also the 5+1. So it means the people can buy 5 tickets and get 1 for free. And this is very important. In the meantime, we are organizing to prepare and make something complete. I mean, who is going to buy the VIP ticket? We will have transportation for the airport from Verona or Venice, back and forth. They will have a tour in the city with a guide, with the translations. We will have a mastermind with all the, for sure, translation for different languages. We are organizing it will be, I'm sure, a very good, a very successful gala dinner, to show to the world what Italy is able to do. And then for Sunday, the expo will be, we are receiving a lot of requests, a lot of people that are trying to reserve their space. We are also now making selection about merchants, because we will have really so many, and we need to keep different, sectors, different, and then we will give a possibility priority to the merchants that are selling 100%. And we have a special office from Luca Hotel that is organizing and taking all the reservation for the booking, for the hotels and everything. And we are also preparing Luca idea like an office for shipment. So people that are going to buy merchandise or goods or any kind of things during the expo, they will have a chance to ship from there without becoming crazy to bring back all the stuff. Luca,
sì.
aggiungi qualcosa, dai, io ho già aggiunto.
Sì, che sarà un grandissimo evento, che devono essere 5.000 persone, l'hai detto.
Sì, sì,
e vengono tutti quanti, stiamo organizzando mercia a raffica, un momento veramente importante, spingere, digli gas.
We have to really in this moment to push. We are making a lot of promotion on the leaders, on the members, expecting many members also from Italy, but a lot from Europe. We get news that our leaders, you know, around in Spain, France, UK, they are organizing. I received some requests from US, from Canada, you know, from different countries. So it's going to be something hopefully very good and the people will enjoy.
Ok, sta arrivando già, stanno prenotando tanta gente dai Balcani, dalla Germania, dalla Francia, Svizzera, Austria, Inghilterra, stanno organizzando veramente di essere tanti a questo evento. Ehi, pronto? Marco? Hello? Hello?
I think that this is, yes, I think that this is really the moment to push on gas and bring really this event, make this event really something big so that people start getting again trust on the company and pushing on the network. And for sure we give a very big and very good example of the usability that we create in Italy in the last 3 years.
Sarà uno degli ultimi eventi del 2019, sarà un grandissimo evento in preparazione al prossimo che si farà.
So this will be one of the last events, you know, in 2019, and expecting to see something big coming on 2020.
Ok, chiudiamo Marco perché dobbiamo lavorare, duplication. E la cosa fondamentale è che porteremo tante attività commerciali per far vedere veramente l'usabilità del Dealshaker.
So we are really trying to bring now additional members and merchants, you know, that they will able to sell a lot of products, and so we expecting, like I said, a lot of people, and we hope that also the leader around the world will push. So to get back in a big event like a company used to do in 2016, 2017.
Perciò organizzatevi tutti con le vostre squadre, venite in Italia, passerete 3 giorni indimenticabili, qualcosa di veramente fantastico.
We will organize something that we hope it will be unforgettable for the people, the members. So leaders around the world, please push on your teams and try to bring as many people as possible to Italy.
In questo momento Marco Vasanelli sta impazzendo ogni giorno a certificare, a registrare, a provare mercia.
I'm really, in the last couple of weeks, I'm becoming crazy to approve merchants, you know, in the Dealshaker, because we have a lot of requests, even from individual people, because we push on the teams and we show the possibility that everyone can have something to sell.
Abbiamo messo in piedi un ufficio con impiegate che stanno dando assistenza. Ok.
We have also support, you know, office to teach all the members.
Perciò io vi devo salutare perché devo andare a lavorare, ho tanti impegni oggi pomeriggio, perciò diamoci da fare tutti, impegniamoci, vi devo salutare perché devo scappare, devo fare 2 ore di macchina, devo andare all'estero, ho una riunione questa sera, spingere al massimo.
Ciao. So okay. Luca needs to leave, and I'm also busy, and he's now driving and going outside abroad, you know, for a meeting. So we are really pushing on the team and all the people doing the same outside.
Gas ragazzi, ciao a tutti, bye bye, ciao ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you, Luca. Thank you, Marco. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Fred, come in Italy, Fred, come in
Yes,
Italy.
yes.
Okay,
Yes,
call people, come here. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Ciao ciao.
Ciao. Thank you
Ciao.
so much, Luca. Thank you,
Thank you.
Marco. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. As you
Thank you,
can
bye-bye.
hear from Marco and especially Luca, you can hear how exciting it is, right? You know, and we can see from the information, the event, Verona event, the ticket is on sale in oneliveevents.eu, right? And the VIP tickets covers 4 nights of accommodation. The platinum tickets covers 3 nights of accommodation. The gold ticket covers 1 night of accommodation. And we have a group that actually, as of now, there is 1,631 members, okay, on a chat group whereby they are going to the event in Verona. In the month of June this year, I had the opportunity to travel to Italy, and I traveled to Verona. I get a chance to meet Marco. He brought me around, right? And then we have a day trip, a half-day trip in Verona, and the Colosseum that you saw just now, okay, is beautiful, right? That it's really beautiful place, right? Make sure you get your ticket, travel there, and experience, right, the wonderful event organized and hosted by Luca and Marco. Now, from their explanation, from their introduction for the event, you again can see that the usability of one is very, very tangible, right? The usability of one is not fake, it is real tangible from Australia down to Indonesia and now up to Europe, whereby in Italy, in 1 month's time, you can actually see many merchants in Verona accepting one and of course fiat currencies, okay, that you can buy things at the expo. And as of now, you can use the one to buy tickets for the event. That's a real wonderful arrangement by our Italy host. Thank you again, Luca and Marco. Well, I would like to share one thing is that as you can see from Damien to Marco to Luca, their explanation, their introduction to you about One Life, about OneCoin, about Dealshaker, it is all about belief. Some of them are in our company, in this platform since maybe 2014, 2015. I came into this platform in 2016, right? And some may come in later. But why are we still here today? It is because of a belief and trust, okay? As of the walk that we have walked over the past few years, right? It has given us a lot of confidence, okay? Despite of all the challenges, despite of all the obstacles in front of us, but we still have the strong belief and strong trust in us. So the next speaker who will be sharing with us comes from UK, Mr. Kamran, a Diamond GLG member and also a franchisee from Ghana market. He will be here to share with us about this topic about belief and trust. Right, Kamran, are you online?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Fred.
You're most welcome, Kamran. I will. I know that you are outside, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to turn down these slides and I'm going to put on your PowerPoint on my end, and I will assist you. I'm your clicker for your slides. So just let me.
That would be great, Fred. Thank you so much. Thanks for your introduction. Thank you, everyone, especially Damien, giving us a very nice insight of what's happening with our Dealshaker. I believe Dealshaker is an amazing platform. It's not going to be just a platform. It's going to be a hub for our coin, for our usability, for our community, and also making our community bigger and bigger and better, with merchants and all the members doing all our shoppings, day-to-day shoppings on this Dealshaker. Also, thank you to Marco and Luca. It's amazing sort of work you're doing. You're organizing one of the biggest events in Europe. I can already see, this is going to be one of our celebrations in a way. So well done, and continue to work hard. We're all working hard. Thank you all top leaders, Simon, Habib, and others who are sort of working day and night. I mean, yesterday, I needed to contact Habib and Simon on something, and I know Simon was just sort of getting out of the plane, and at the end I did manage to speak to them. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do this presentation. As you can see, I'm sort of just saying to everybody, it's an opportunity for everybody, okay? And that's how simple it is. OneCoin, what we need to know is this. This is something very important, because whenever you get question asked, okay, you need to hear about the main sort of backbone of OneCoin. What is OneCoin? So I have this slide where it's actually clearly stated what OneCoin is in a very short paragraph. And I suggest everyone to at least read this, okay, and know what OneCoin is. And then you are more confident to answer people, any questions. So again, belief and trust, okay? Without belief and without trust, we're nowhere, okay? Whatever we do in life, we have to have that belief established firmly, okay? And we have to have that trust in us and our confidence to do well. So whoever's scribbling on the screen, please don't do that, because everybody can see this. So I just need to read this quickly. OneCoin is our one. It's a cryptocurrency that currently has a community of users amounting to over 3.5 million people, all identified with KYC banking protocol. Okay, it should be noted that OneCoin is the only cryptocurrency that has voluntarily adopted a pro-transparency policy, which positions it as the only digital currency that will be in accordance with the regulation requested by the government. So you can see where we are coming from. Because its method of population growth is the One Life network, OneCoin has been accused on several occasions of being a pyramid system or a Ponzi scheme. However, multiple investigations by authorities in countries such as Sweden, Italy, Germany, Bulgaria, and also UK have made it clear that the company's operations are far from being a fraudulent system. So far, no investigation has confirmed that the company is immersed in the commission of any crime. On the contrary, all have ended confirming that it has a highly modern blockchain and that it has a network marketing business with all the necessary legality. Now, my question, like, for example, when I was caught by surprise, okay, this guy from BBC Podcasting phoning me last week, out of the blue, asking me question and saying you're being recorded and everything else. Immediately, my defense, my confidence, because of my belief and my trust, I didn't put the phone down, okay? I said, okay, go ahead, ask me the question. I showed the confidence. I didn't want to show him that I'm afraid to talk to him, but I was at the same time very careful what I say and what I'm going to sort of ask him as well. So through that 15-minute conversation, I actually managed to put him in his place. I told him, why are you not actually looking into the authorities investigating OneCoin before you actually come out with all your dramas and everything else? He couldn't answer me. I said to him, the day you released your first episode, that's when the City of London police closed their investigation on us after 3 years. Did you know that? He said, yes, I do. Then why are you actually telling us that it is a scam? And why are you so shocked when you saw Bulgarian office, our head office is open and people going in and out of it? You know, I said, you made it look like a drama. Are you not a professional journalist? He couldn't answer me. And I'm sure because of all this questioning, he didn't want to put everything positive in the last episode. But I'm glad and I'm proud that there was a twist because of me talking to them. Okay, and even yesterday, I had requests from TRT World, another, you know, satellite TV channel, to interview me. But I asked them to formally email me with other guests who are going to be on the panel. And then I sought advice from my seniors, and I was told not to go for that, you know, program, because they have already 3 people against OneCoin, and I'll be the only one defending OneCoin. And that's not fair. Immediately, I know that they are not actually choosing the right people to give a balanced and objective, you know, view about OneCoin. Never mind. Again, let's go back to belief and trust. If we look at the next slide, okay, we know that currently, as of this morning, over 2,300 cryptocurrencies listed in the open market. Okay, and the combined capitalization of all those is just over 252 billion. So you can see how big this market is. Okay, mostly Bitcoin and other top cryptocurrencies, but we know why they are not going to become a mass market cryptocurrency. We also look at the next slide, which gives you the list or the numbers of all the dead coins, okay? Which means they, at some point, came to the market, listed themselves, and somehow they didn't survive. Of course, they're not going to survive. If they don't have no usability and people not going to buy the coins to use it, how can they survive? So they're dead coins. They're already gone, deceased, okay? And if you go through the list, it's on the deadcoin.com. You can see the reason why, you know, they didn't survive, okay? And there are almost 1,800 of them. Now, let's come back to this. Once upon a time, there was a dream. Everything begins with a dream, okay? You know, when we finish our studying, or even before we start our studying, you know, we want to achieve this, we want to achieve that, you know, good result and everything else. Now, the belief is very important, okay? When you have that belief, you are strong. You build your confidence, okay, towards that belief, towards that goal that you want to achieve, okay? If I just go back to that slide where you have the belief. I think I've gone a bit forward on the slide. Yes. Next slide, please, Fred. So after that, yeah, if you just stay there for a second. Now, if you see, I have actually come to this slide. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. This is very clear, okay? And if you don't do this process, and if you don't work with the system, you get sort of, you know, lost somewhere. So we all have to really concentrate how we're going to achieve our dream, okay? And this is something that I want to help people with, okay? So you've written it down. This becomes your goal. How are you going to achieve your goal? So your goal is broken down into little steps, okay? Which becomes a plan, okay? So you now have a goal, and now you have a plan, okay? So how are you going to get your plan into reality? Simple step, okay? You have to take action to back it up, okay? If you don't take action, you're just going to be daydreaming. So you take action, and then finally your dream becomes a reality. So those are the little steps we take. If we just go back to the previous slide of this. Now, if you see from here, our OneCoin, okay, clearly given us the vision, okay? We have to understand the vision, okay? Know the insights and learn, okay, from the One Academy. And then together, we'll make this dream become a reality. So now this dream becomes our, you know, common dream from all over the world. The people who are with us, okay, just think about it. A lot of big leaders, they left. They said so much about, you know, they're leaving, this is no good, and they're going to make the whole world dance after them, okay? But what have they achieved so far? I mean, I've seen recently, you know, one person was actually kind of referred to as a monkey dancing on the stage. You know, even the monkey left, the business is started and is gone with somebody else now. So all these people, they're just talk, okay? They have nothing like us. They're only actually working with a speculative market, okay, and making their living from it. So let's move on from the next slide. Yes, here you can see that I just wanted to remind people, you know, time is really important for whatever we do. We're not going to live forever, okay? We have limited time in this life, and we don't know when we're going to die. So people don't spend too much time, you know, thinking about dying, but they spend a lot of time achieving their goals, achieving their dreams. And I am one of them. I started One Life in June 2016, and it's just been over 3 years, 4 months. Okay, and I'm still with it. And I hope until I die, I'm still part of this community, part of this family, because I'm so proud to be one. This time is like a river. Okay, you cannot touch the same water twice, because the flow that has passed will never pass again. Enjoy every moment of your life. And I would say enjoy every moment of your one life. Next slide. You have only 3 choices. That's in my view, okay? The choices in life give either you give up or you give in, or you give it all you have got. And I want everybody to give all we have got, you know, the energy, the time, the effort, because we're going to make this happen. We're going to create a financial revolution, and that's very soon. We need to believe in it, and we need to trust ourselves, because if you think about it, 5 years now since OneCoin launched, did anyone manage to stop us? No. They're spreading this, they're spreading that, okay? They're creating hurdles for us, but we're fighting it, okay? And we're winning at every step, and we're very close now. Who else has this biggest community like one network, okay? One Life network? Nobody. And just imagine with these people in this network and the platform we have, the Dealshaker, and the merchant we're going to bring in, and the payment system we're introducing, it's not going to take much longer to create that revolution and that mass market digital payment system. That's my belief, and I am 100% on it. If you look at the next slide, we don't want to be in this position, okay? And I truly mean it. I just want to remind people, we don't want to say we have to go back, Marty, and buy a lot of OneCoin, because this is not a movie, okay? It is a reality. Once this happens, it's no way coming back and getting more OneCoin. So whatever we do, you know, we follow the system, we make the most of it, okay? And at the end, I want to say to you guys, okay, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And this is the thing I want to play. If we can get the sound of this, Fred, this movie ending it, saying, if you click. This is happening, with or without you. Exactly. It is happening with or without you. So whether we are with it or we're not, it is happening anyway. So thank you, Fred. That's my presentation. I hope it was a little helpful, and hopefully I'll get involved again. And we're all working continuously. We're doing something every day, and let's just continue with our good work. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just give me a moment. Oh, thank you so much, Kamran. Thank you for the presentation, talking about our belief and our trust. Indeed, right? Like Kamran mentioned just now, okay, we have been working and working and working while we are actually attending this webinar tonight, right? There is another expo event, another Dealshaker expo event, and activity happening in our community in Mongolia, right? And in Mongolia right now, our Crown Diamond, all right, Simon, okay, his wife Tiffany, Black Diamond Hai Hao, including Marco, right, from Italy, who was with us just now, Dina, Dina from Russia. They are all in Mongolia, supporting our Mongolia One Lifers community in this event. So we are working very, very hard for the whole community to the dream, right, to the direction that we actually working hard for the past 5 years. To end this evening, I would like to update you something on the Free Constantin campaign. This campaign is head-speared by King James, our Blue Diamond GLG member, wanting to let the world know about Constantin matter when he was detained and in Los Angeles way back in March this year. So till now, he is still detained in New York. There's no trial. There is no bail for him. And hence, we would like to let more and more people know about this situation. And there's a lot of smearing campaign about one coin and one life. And hence, we have this website here to tell people, the public, what is one coin, what is one life, okay, and about people smearing us, like what Kamran has mentioned, that one is has no value, but they never talk about our Dealshaker that is happening worldwide. Now in Mongolia, next in Verona, and earlier this month I came back from China. We had a great event in Henan, and last week Simon actually presented to all of you about the usability of one in Henan, China. Over the past few weeks, we have actually worked very hard to do some translation for this website. So as of now, you can have German language, we have Spanish, we have French, Arabic, Italian, Russian, Serbian, Vietnamese, and Chinese. Okay. So I would strongly encourage those who is online this webinar tonight, inform your community, or even you yourself log in to this website, freeconstantin.org. Read the website, what we have put in for the public awareness of our campaign. From there, you can actually click onto the petition to sign a petition. Okay, as you can see, this is in Arabic, right? This is in Vietnamese, this is in Chinese, okay? And you can actually sign up a petition, okay, online. It can be anonymous. You do not need to put your name. You just need to put in your email, and then you registered it. And that is what we have been doing over the past week when I was in China. I fly from Singapore to Sofia on the 13th. We had a meeting in Sofia 14, 15 to 16. And I fly to China on 17. And on the 19th to 21st, we have an event in Henan, a 3-day event. And then followed by, I fly to Sichuan, where the giant panda is. Okay. And from there, from Sichuan, I moved to Wuhan. Over the past week, there are different cities in China that is having activities, workshop, Dealshaker workshop, right? In Guangzhou, in Sichuan, in Wuhan, right? And what we did is that we share information about Free Constantin campaign. We let the Chinese community knows what is this happening, okay? And what happened is that we are able to drive, okay, many leaders are supporting this. Dated on the 28th of October, we have 38,325 people signed the petition. The number was 15,000. it was up to 38,000 in 3 days. However, today, the number was removed and reduced to 19,184. King James is checking on this. We have a group, a team working behind this, and we wanted to find out what is wrong with this number. So there's a few things that we would like to highlight to all our members. If you are actually signing up a petition, okay, make sure that you sign from a different IP. Okay. So what happened was that during our activities and our workshop like this, okay, right, we signed up using the same IP. According to change.org, they may feel that when all this comes from the same IP or have the same remarks, it seems that it is duplicated and it is cheating. So we have wrote to them, we explained to them what is the activity ongoing, okay, and for the Chinese community, okay, they are actually doing all this registration at the same site or even in the same office. Okay, so hence we would like to fight, okay, and get back the missing, okay, 19,000 of signatures in our petition. For those that have not done so, I would strongly suggest to you, right, log in into this website, sign up, and give your support to Free Constantin campaign. And again, thank you very much, all right, that for all your support in our weekly webinar, and especially for this Free Constantin campaign, as we have put in a lot of effort translating the message, the content into different languages, so that more and more members from different region, different country, different ethnic language is able to understand what are we doing. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for all that have logged in, okay, for your time. And we will end our webinar tonight. Thank you for all the speakers, Damien, Luca, Marco, Kamran, and my co-host supporting me from the back end, Mr. Peter. And then we will see you again next Wednesday, 1600 Sofia time, GMT +2. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Ciao.